Do you want to get it started now or wait a couple minutes?
We can start it now. All right.
Okay.
I'll introduce myself first. I'm Golden Sperm. My name sounds a little bit weird, but yeah, I think it's cool. And I'm the host of today's MA with Roy from CyberConnect. There will be two parts in this MA. The first part is in English, and the second will be in Thai. First, let's start with you, Roy. Can you tell us a bit about yourself? Where are you from and your journey into CyberConnect?
Sure. First of all, thank you everyone for being here, and thank you Golden Sperm for inviting me here. And I think Golden Sperm has been an amazing contributor in our community as well. That's why I would love to be here and share some of my story and share more information about CyberConnect with you guys. So a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in China. Came to the United States in 2014 for college. I went to UC Berkeley, and that's where I met most our co-founders and core team members. We're all graduates from Berkeley, and then I went to grad school in Boston, and I joined the company. I joined CyberConnect. I believe March last year. Pretty much the early days. I remember back then we only have like 6 people in the team, and now we are a fast growing company, and now we have more than 30 people. And yeah, just amazing journey. And actually, I've been around with crypto since 2015. I get it started a little bit weird because I wanted to get something on the gray market, and then I used Bitcoin as the payment method in 2015. But I didn't know anything about cryptocurrency, about how Bitcoin worked. But went down the rabbit hole a little bit. Stick around for a couple years, but last year was the year I finally decided to join the industry, to work in the industry. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
Oh, that's great. So, and you end up with CyberConnect. Oh, all right. The next question, I want you to tell me about CyberConnect and why the audience should be paying attention to what you guys are up to. Like, what is CyberConnect? What does CyberConnect do?
Sure. Yeah. So CyberConnect is a decentralized and a blockchain agnostic social graph protocol built on IPFS and Ceramic. Um, like at CyberConnect, we want to create a data standard and a data storage infrastructure. And in the future, we'll do recommendation indexing system for meaningful and contextual social connections. And we aim to provide a universal data layer for the next generation of dApps. It could be like GameFi projects, it could be NFT, it could be DAO, to plug in meaningful and context specific social features. So put it simple. At CyberConnect, we're not doing any like social media, so it's pretty normal. Like a lot of people believe we're building like the next generation of Twitter or next generation of Facebook, but we're not that, and we're in a way we're more than that. So I think the reason why people are still using like those Web 2 applications nowadays is because the infrastructure for Web 3 is not ready, and that's why we're here to build the infrastructure. Like the problem CyberConnect aims to solve is that in Web 2 world, first of all, every single social media platform, they have their own account system. So like you can register your account with Twitter, with Facebook, with any other maybe even like Discord. But like you have to do it with your email address, and then every account you registered with your email is an individual account. So for example, I have what about like 500 connections with friends on Discord. a couple hundreds on LinkedIn, and maybe thousand of connections on Twitter and Facebook. But all those connections, they're just here and there, like everywhere. There's no way to that I can talk to like those people that I know on Discord. There's no way for me to talk with them on Facebook. So everything it's siloed. It's disconnected. So in CyberConnect, what we want to do is we build a data layer and the data standard for the Web3 social related data, and then just imagine if we one day when we have enough user and connection in our protocol, just think about a user, for example, log in to or like registered to a GameFi application, and for the first time, the person would be able to see all his existing connections. Like those connections, maybe some of them they made those connections on NFT platform. Some of them are fellow contributors from some DAOs, for example, like SnakeDAO, and some of those you met those people and CyberConnect community, and you contribute some line of codes to the CyberConnect protocol together, and you can see all those people instantly for the first time when you join the gaming application. I think that's the value. So for project owners or like for um, dApps, we want to provide this early growth. We wanna leverage CyberConnect to help like early projects to bootstrap their growth. How? By recommendation indexing and by providing even more content and um, algorithm powered content to the users. And for users, I mean the key point is always own your data and own your identity. So nowadays when you use those Web2 application and platform, you don't really own your data. Like you don't really own any data, right? Because in fact, most of those platform they take advantage of your of users' data to make revenue, to whether it's through advertising or like other method. Like you never own your data. You cannot decide what do you want Facebook do with your you want Facebook to do with your data. But on CyberConnect, user have ownership, have control over your data, and yeah, I believe that's all about. I mean, that's just a simple like intro to CyberConnect. There's a lot of things we wanna. I wish I could cover. I wish I could have like more time to share with you guys, but that's a brief intro to CyberConnect and why we're doing this. Why you should pay attention to like in general the Web3 social topic.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a very good example because I can tell you like one of the examples of this is when your partner the project built on top of CyberConnect, right? I think like my community like exchange the followers to each other, and then like I think someone in the chat telling me that why my followers is there like why is there because they don't know like what CyberConnect is and why they have those followers like that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
this is a really good part of CyberConnect. All right. And
Yeah, just a quick something quick to add on. So I think a lot of like most users they know us through the product like the Ethereum profile user profile and Solana user profile. And a lot of them think CyberConnect is all about those two products, but in fact, we're like those two products are significant, and those are like I said, like the first thing user ever see what we build, and but like the purpose of our Ethereum user profile product and Solana one is really to give users a clear idea like what you can do with CyberConnect, both user and developer actually. So it's more like a demo or like a proof of concept. I don't think we're end up doing that product for a long time, since we're now focusing more on the Link3 product, which I will cover later. But I think those two products are great to start to give you an idea of CyberConnect in general. But in the future, we'll have more applications. Either we build them in-house or we work with other developers and other projects to provide even like enriched ecosystem to our users. Yeah.
That's really nice for users and developers. Okay, so I think you mentioned about social graph. Can you explain more about what is social graph and why is it so important?
Yeah, social graph. I think it's both social graph and interest graph. It's just like the hot topic. So, to put it simple, social graph is just um a universal or like in general like a huge database that contains the relationship between individuals. So in the Web3 world now, the individuals here could be address, and it could also be like in the future if any like DID protocols have like mass adoption, it could be DID. So DID means decentralized identification. So basically, you can combine all your. So for example, I have multiple accounts on Ethereum, and then also I have account like wallet address on Solana, on other chain, and sometime maybe I for different EVM chains, for example, I use one wallet maybe for BSC mainly or BNB chain, and I use another wallet for Polygon, and then DID could combine all those addresses together and create a unique like an identity for myself. So for this part, we're not focusing on DID, and like CyberConnect is not focusing on DID at all. We wish we could work with someone else in the future, but essentially, you can understand as social graph as this huge database, and then each in our case, we're using GraphQL for the database. So each address wallet address is a node. It's like a dot, and then there's millions of dot on this database. So each dot would be an address, and then there will be lines like relationship connecting those dots. And then this is the first step to kind of build this database, and then for each every single dApps or like project we work with, they can read those connections, and then they can also with their application they can also write those applications. So for example, as you know, we work closely with Project Galaxy, and Project Galaxy's Galaxy ID also integrated with CyberConnect. So whenever a user log into their Galaxy ID and follow someone, those kind of information is already recorded and put and written down on the CyberConnect social graph. So like why are we doing this, right? So why are we doing this like connecting all those wallet address together? So I think in the early days of Facebook, this is what they leveraged and grow their product and community. So I remember like in the early days, Facebook really launched everything within campus. So for college students, they want to get connected, right? For example, I know Golden Sperm. We're in the same college. Maybe Golden Sperm know another like cool friend who's into Web3 world. I want to connect it. I want to know my friend's friend. So that's how social graph like this concept really get mass adoption. And then the second part I really wanted to talk about is its interest graph. So social graph a lot of time they make sense, but they don't make a lot of sense. For example, in the Web3 world, maybe I do some transaction with some address, but it doesn't necessarily mean I want to connect with them. I want to know them. I want to follow them. No, I don't. So for example, if I purchase a NFT on OpenSea, do I really want to get connected with with the seller? So I'm the buyer, right? Sometimes no, and sometimes so this will be a little bit challenging for us to kind of provide better like recommendation indexing for our users. But and then here comes to interest graph, and this is also what CyberConnect eventually in the long run will build. So interest graph you can understand as it doesn't do recommendation based on people you know or like connection you have. It based on what kind of content do you like, or what kind of application are you use. So for example, I think a great example of interest graph would be TikTok. TikTok, the whole success story of TikTok is based on its super powerful algorithm on interest graph. So on TikTok, you don't have to follow like when you first join TikTok for the first time, you don't have to actually follow any account or any content creators. They will just keep pushing you, pushing some content to you, some short video, and then if you if you really like the content, you will just finish the entire video, and if you don't like, you just swipe, and you don't want to see it. So by this, TikTok is able to know what kind of content a user enjoyed the most, and then they will just give more similar content like to you through like push notification or like the content feed. So I think like in the long run, interest graph it's something we really want to focus on. So I think the general idea behind is in Web3. I think now pretty much every single platform, the user experience is way it is not there yet. It's not comparable to like to TikTok, to Facebook, to Twitter. Because of course, like those have been developed for like 15 or like 20 years, and a lot of like those Web3 application like they just started. But I think eventually we need to provide better, if not the same, user experience to user for those applications to reach mass adoption, to really become the next generation of social media.
Yes. So you said about like interest graph, right? Did I hear correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I think like a lot of people here, they might not notice that the content that they are scrolling on Facebook or Twitter or TikTok, these kind of graphs, it provides you like the contents that you might like, and then they recorded those data for you, and then pop up the content you may like, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is a really good example that you give me. I think some people don't know that at CyberConnect, you guys closed the Series A for $15 million. Can you
Uh,
tell me more about
yeah,
that? Like, what
sure.
is the journey?
Yeah, before jumping right into the fundraising, I'd like to say, for I missed something in the like in the previous question. So I think I mentioned a lot about like Facebook, TikTok, like those traditional um Web2 social media platform. Is to really give you guys a clear like explanation or like something everyone is familiar with. And but like in CyberConnect, what we do is not like those app. First of all, we're not doing another Facebook or like another Twitter. Instead, we're doing the like the backbone, like a bit behind the scene, like behind those social media platform. We're working on the data layer underlying. So this is first thing I want to clarify, and then the second thing is why we're doing this. Like even like when Facebook and TikTok already have like millions of users with them. So the first thing is um, I just want to like focus on this point that everything on CyberConnect, first of all, we store them decentralizedly, so which means we're making the data always available, like this sub like the data availability, and then second of all, users have their power and have their control over their data because they really like take ownership of your data. So in a sense, if you don't want like any project or any kind of applications to read your data or to kind of like you wanted to protect yourself from like spamming or like other services, you have the right to turn everything off in the future. So that's I think it's the most significant part. Okay, and then back to the let's jump right into the fundraising. So we closed our seed round funding in like November last year. Actually, we announced it November last year, but it was actually completed a couple months earlier. So around like July or August last year, I would say. So that round was led by Skyline Capital and Multicoin. So a lot of you guys may be more familiar with Multicoin. And our Series A round was completed early this year, and we announced it um, in May, I believe. So last year, 2 months ago. Oh, actually, it's July now. Yeah, about 2 months ago. And it was for 15 million, and the lead investors are Animoca brand, and once again our old friend Skyline Capital. So I think in general for the fundraising, I'm gonna share some interesting story behind the fundraising. So a lot of people ask me, so why are you guys raising another Series A like within a year? You don't like a lot of people think like you don't necessarily need to do that because I also talk to a lot of like young founders. A lot of times like they don't know when to raise money, especially raise money from like institution to have a like a new round. So like raising money is kind of tricky. So first thing first is like it's to look at your pocket, like how many money do you have left, right? And you're gonna do like a quick calculation on all the costs, like mainly like salary for the team, um, and then for any other like development cost, infrastructure cost, and then like your next question you will figure out is if I get into the like the market raising money right now, how much money I can get and how much evaluation would those investors give to your company. And I think those are the two most like important thing. And for us, since most of our team member, like core founding team, we had experience working together previously from 2017 to 2019. We created DLive, which is then later acquired by BitTorrent. But like at that point is we try to raise money in 2019 for DLive for the other company, but it was like super bear market. Like nobody are willing to, because a lot of investors they're interested in us. And back then, I think we're about to raise Series B, so the evaluation would be the valuation would be pretty high, and nobody wants to invest in us in the bear market. And then we run out of cash. Live streaming. By the way, D Live is all about like decentralized live streaming. It's kind of like decentralized Twitch, right? And nobody wants to invest such a huge round in the bear market, and then we end up running out of cash, and then we have to sell to kind of sell the company. And this time the lessons is we want to make sure we have enough money for the future, like development, payroll, everything for at least 3 to 4 years. So actually, when we try to raise money, early like the beginning, I think we started to raise like super early, like February this year. We have the expectation on the market to kind of go down because I think everyone is here a lot with a lot of like previous experience, and we all know the crypto market, it has cycle, right? So like our guess was the cycle, like the bull market cycle is ending soon, and we, even though we still have a lot of money, but we just want to make sure to have enough to to raise enough capital in our pocket so that we can still like building and working on our protocol, on our product in the next 3 to 5 years. And looking back now, I think we made a amazing decision. So I think we now have more than cash for us for about 4 years. So we're pretty confident, and a lot of people asking in my community like, oh, there's like bear market again. Like how are you guys affected, and how are you prepared for this bear market? I think it's just like we knew this day would come, and we are well prepared. We have money in the pocket. I think the only thing you can do in the bear market is really to just keep building, keep working on your product, and yeah. And I think we're now I think we are super clear that we're gonna be in this industry for another at least 4 years. Um, like without raising any money. So yeah.
You said about like the plan, like basically like everything has to be taken into account, payroll, the salary and everything, right? All right. I think that the next one many people want to know is that what are the major differences between CyberConnect and other social graph protocols?
Okay, so I think for this is to be honest, like I get it asked this question a lot, really a lot. So I think there's some players in the field, like in terms of like social graph, decentralized like social connections stuff. And I think the main differentiator from us is couple things. So first thing, we are blockchain agnostic. So I don't know if I should mention because like we're not really competitors. We're just happen to do the same thing. But I think at the end of the day, we're all the Web3 builders. We're all super early. We hope to kind of like be the pioneer of the Web3 social um, industry together. So it's not like anything hostile or like aggressive. So I'll just mention some names, okay? So for example, Lens, they really focus on this like EVM, and um, they use Polygon mainly because like it's EVM compatible and it's super cheap as of this moment. But like our approach is completely different. So for Lens, I think what they do is they try to put everything on chain. They have their connection on chain as NFT. They have their content on chain. So every time, like there's good and bad. Like the good thing is everything is on chain. So for developers, it's relative easy to integrate and look at. So they have the API. You can just run through the entire contract address, right? The ERC contract. But like the bad thing is for every transaction, for example, follow, you want to post something, you want to retweet, you want to just like anything, you have to pay a gas fee. So right now, I think most projects or like platform, they're covering the gas fee, which is like not a lot. But if you're thinking Web3 social in the future at something like Facebook, something like Twitter, like paying even like 1 cent every single for every single transaction and user activity, it's something they are going to solve in the future. So on the other end, us here at CyberConnect, first of all, we are blockchain agnostic, which means our protocol can work on any other chain, any blockchain. Like it doesn't matter. It's like it's Arbitrum, it's Avalanche, it's Solana, it's Ethereum, BNB chain, Polygon, like all those EVM chain, or like even any other chains that may come in the future. So, because I think this is like fundamentally uh, for the for the future of Web3, we don't know if it's gonna be like Ethereum or like EVM dominated, or it could be like there there will be a lot of, because over the year we've seen a lot of amazing applications on Solana and on other layer ones. So this is the first thing. CyberConnect can work on any by nature of the protocol design. Our protocol can work on any blockchain. And second of all is we are not doing anything on chain. And this is mainly because we don't want, we like I said, we want to provide user the best user experience. Um, and I think paying paying a gas fee for every transaction, and then you have to wait for like even just 10 seconds, it'll ruin your user experience in the future. So the way we do things is we store all those transactions decentralizedly. We store them. Um, we have like a proof of storage for them, but like we're not putting everything directly on chain, on like writing them on like into those blocks. I think those are the two main differentiator um, of us and other social graph projects. But once again, I want to say we're not like direct competitor or anything, and we just happen to use different approach on this same notion. But I would say we share the very similar, if not the same, vision for the future, and we're all like the pioneer of the Web3 social space. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good point that you make. I mean, like, me as a user, I would take myself out of the equation. Like, if I have to pay every transaction gas fee, right? Yeah, I think like what you guys are doing is great. I think it's quite time that we go to the next one, which is link 3. I'm gonna send the link in the chat and let you guys take a look at it. All right, Roy, can you tell us a bit about this one, like link 3? What is it?
Yeah, so as you can see, linked. Sorry, let me drink some water. Okay, so like link three now, you can see the title is all in one link for trusted Web3 project, and that's because actually we just launched this product a little bit over a month ago, so I believe it's like 6 month, sorry, 6 week, so about like 2 month, 1 to 2 month, and now we have more than 100 verified um projects and DAOs, including SnakeDAO, I believe, on Link3. So Link3 is just like it says the title, like all in one link for trusted Web3 project. Because first thing first, I think every project have a lot of links, right? Even for DAOs, right? So for example, for CyberConnect, we have our developer docs, we have our Twitter, Discord, different kinds of community, mirror blog, official website, and just anything, because like for all those link, it's impossible to have all those link clickable on our Twitter bio or anywhere else. So this is the first use case, or like the main tool provided by Link3, where you if you're a project, Web3 project, you have this you have your Link3 page, you can have all your relevant links there displayed, which is exactly like what Linktree can do, right? But I think the thing is we wanted to do this really blockchain native, crypto native, or like Web3 native. So if you scroll down of the CyberConnect protocol Link3 page, you can see also there's other couple other sections, for example, job openings, because I think if you have experience in the like working with a crypto company, you know like how hard hiring could be, and this is just to make everything easier for everyone. And then you can have feature tweets. For example, we pin our Series A fundraising announcement there, and some um, like insights from our investor Kyle Samani from Multicoin. And then you see there's a like a team session. You can ping some of your like key. So here we pin our four co-founders here, and then lastly we have our backers, which is our investors. um, so now the Link3, the project is only open to verified projects and DAOs, but we do have plans to for a personal Link3 page. That product is gonna be available in a week. I think we're launching it July the 8th. So exactly in a week, next Friday. Um, like we're all super excited, but at the same time, it's kind of like super busy recently working on the personal page, link through page. So for personal link through page, the layout would be slightly different, and we will focus on like other features more relevant to individuals. I think the product at the first uh, sorry at the first stage we'll try to really target like core contributors to communities and people who work in this Web3 industry. So exactly, people like me, people like you guys, you'll be able to create your personal Link3 page. It'll be more like a professional profile. It's kind of like LinkedIn, but like LinkedIn for Web3 for crypto related stuff. And then the thing is on LinkedIn, there's no way like so I think on Link3 I can say I graduated from any university and I have experience in any company and nobody will ever check that. So, but on Link3 we try to do this to build this with NFT or like tokens. So basically you can issue some token for someone else and then say, hey, I worked with this guy for a year. He's amazing. Or like you can like Golden Sperm, um, you can verify this Muka Mika. Like you can say, hey, we both founded this like SnakeDAO, and we've been working together for like 2 years. We had like we have gained some sort of tractions, and how many communities do we have? How many members do we have? He's such an amazing guy, and he has like expertise in, for example, I don't know. For first of all, it's just like example, right? For example, he or she has extensive experience in content creating, like in writing, community management. So over time, everyone who's in this space, who's keep building in this space, will have a Web3 resume sort of thing on their link through page. And then since this app is also built on CyberConnect, every um, piece of data would be then transferred and stored on CyberConnect protocol, which could be really useful in the future as well.
Thank you so much for the explanation. And yeah, we can expect like the Link3 personal profile, and I can't wait for that. All right, I think it's time for our community members to ask questions. If you've got a question for Roy, please request to speak and I'll put you on stage, or you can file your questions into the AMA chat and I'll read it out for you.
Come on, guys. It could be anything. Don't be
Okay.
shy.
All right, I think I see the first one. What are CyberConnect aiming to be in the future? What are the big picture you imagining in your thoughts? Like, could you share with us? Will it gonna be like Facebook? I think
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
I yeah, I think I can tag you on the chat. Yeah, this one.
Okay. What are CyberConnect aiming to be in the future? What are the big picture you imagine in your thoughts? Could you share with us? What are gonna be? Yeah, that kind of explained we have no intention or plan to be a Facebook. So essentially, Facebook is a social media platform, right? And we're not doing any social media platform. Instead, we're building the like the behind like the support layer behind those social media platform. So for example, if you're familiar with Facebook, you can imagine um, somehow Facebook is only doing like content creation, like or like people can on Facebook they can create content, right? And but like instead of running a platform where people can post share content, we are providing kind of a service to Facebook. So we tell Facebook, so hey, this address, know this address. So you can recommend. So for user A, you can recommend um, this user to follow user B. And second of all, it's maybe like there's another user A on Facebook, and we are gonna tell Facebook, okay, this guy like cars, cryptos, food, and maybe even in the future, in the long term, we can even tell Facebook what kind of exactly what kind of um food or what kind of car or like what kind of sports these people like, and then Facebook can provide suitable content for this user, and that's what we do. And of course, everything is based on users' permission. So at the end of the day, it's the user who truly owns their identity and connections. Yeah.
Okay. I think you can read it from the chat, like and pick
So
like what you like.
how can we profit on cyber kind of project as an investor? What's the benefit for who donate to this project? I'm not sure what kind of donation are you talking about? Maybe the on Gitcoin. So I mean, donation is like we really appreciate everyone's donation, but I think in general, like how to make profit on CyberConnect as an investor, like we don't know yet. So for now, I would say the best way is probably to join our Discord and become a core contributor, just as Golden Sperm did in our community. He's amazing, helped us a lot, and we do have like token launch plan in the future, but like now there's no additional information. The best guess I could say is Q3 or Q4 this year. We're gonna try it, but nothing is confirmed right now. If you want to know more information about the CyberConnect token, please follow us on Twitter, join our Discord community, and then stay tuned. Okay. Um, what? So you will be like a Web3 database, right? Thanks for super. Yeah, pretty much it. A Web3 decentralized social graph database. Okay. Will there be KYC for CyberConnect account in the near future? If you're talking about like using CyberConnect, I don't think so. I don't think you need anything about like KYC related. But if it's like financially involved, for example, like purchasing token or whatsoever, you might need to get KYC done. So every NFT owed or CyberConnect NFT have a utility. So I think we made it pretty straightforward in our community. So all those NFTs and odes we issued, we don't first thing first is we don't promise any utility for any of them. So it's not guaranteed, but in reality, I think there a lot of them will come with some sort of utility in the future. Because I think the thing is a lot of those NFTs or like oats, they're all and including like POAPs, they're all like proof of attendance, right? So for example, for our AMA, we want to give our users something to really say, hey, you were there, thank you for being here, and it's not really something um, we might like pair a lot of utility with. We might not. So it's not guaranteed. We'll figure this out later, right? Will there be user support during such a bear market? If yes, what kind? What do you mean by user support? I'm not sure. Like, are you talking about like customer services? Like, if you have questions, you can ask. If you're asking this, definitely yes. We have an amazing community and amazing team member who can help everyone um, to answer their questions. Compare between Lens and CyberConnect, I think I did explain like the key difference and like how we use different approach, but we kind of share really similar vision to the future. So I'm afraid I'm not gonna do this one again. Um, will CyberConnect join other social media such as Facebook, LinkedIn? I'm not sure what do you mean by join. If it's just like create an account and share content, we might we might create a like a TikTok page or like Facebook page in the future. But if you're talking about like how to if you're talking about like having them integrate with CyberConnect, I don't think that's possible in the near future. So like the main reason is I believe I explained this. So first thing first is every single platform they use different account system. So there's no way for them to be able to put everything like together and there's no way users can bring their connection to another platform, right? And then the second thing is those traditional social media they can make ton of money with their um, like social graph, social connection with their data, and this is something they value the most, I believe. So I don't think they have intention or like incentive to work with us in the near future. But unless in the like in the long term, we're doing really great, maybe something exciting will happen one day, but like I don't see it happening in the near future. What's your strategy in the market condition? So I think this one is tricky. So as a as a as a team member of CyberConnect, I think my only strategy is to build our product, to build our project, to build our community, to continue to kind of invest myself in this industry because I think like my personal take again like nothing is financial advice whatsoever, but I think I have strong belief in crypto like in Bitcoin and this whole industry. I think price is just like one indicator of the industry and also I think price will get back. Maybe not soon, but like in 2 years, in 3 years, I think the price will be back. So the thing, the only thing I need to do is just to keep building, right? And as an individual investor, who also invest in a lot of cryptocurrencies, my kind of way to survive this market condition is because I think I've already lowered my position a lot, and um, yeah, so just just give it some time. Just give it some time. There's cycle in the crypto market. A good thing will happen eventually, I think. Yeah, I think I'll take two last questions because it's really already 50 minutes now. How do you manage the privacy for users? Good question. So like user don't want to expose the money in the wallet to new Web3 friends. Okay, so I think this is something we get to ask a lot, but like for example, if you said um, users, if you don't want to like your friends to know like asset. But the truth is, they can see your asset pretty easily on like Etherscan or like any other tools. If you look up your address on a lot of different like um, platform who provides this like user profile product, they can just type in your address and see like what kind of token do you have, and they can just go to Etherscan and see if you have like any like transactions, like how do you do those transactions stuff. So I think the thing is, in the future, and now, pretty much all the like the majority of connection on CyberConnect is follow and following. So for follow and following, for example, on Twitter, it's all public record. There's no need to protect you from anything. It should be public record, right? But I think we just released another connection type, which is called connect or like friend. That connection is a um, relationship. It's something like your friends on WeChat or like WhatsApp. So you have to agree this person to add you as friend, or like Discord, right? Discord friend. And for those kind of connections, nobody else would be able to see like how many friends do you have, like who's your friend, who's not your friend. They're not be able to see that, and developer they wouldn't be able to see that either. Okay. Um, how do you store connection data in a decentralized way if they're not recorded on chain? So for this technical, this question would get a little bit technical, but I think if you look up like ceramic, you will find a better answer. So basically, ceramic is a mutable layer for IPFS. So pretty much like we store everything on IPFS. But the thing is, on IPFS, it's really on the native like IPF stuff. It's really hard to change your data, like make necessary change to your data, and that's why we use Ceramic as our partner to solve this problem. Um, okay, I believe that's all the questions.
All right. Thank you so much, Roy, for joining us today. Like, you are amazing. Thank you so much. Um, I mean, like, my team will send the form in the chat, and you guys have 10 minutes to fill out. Then you will be eligible to claim like the OAT on Project Galaxy. Thank you so much, Roy.
Yeah,
I think
thank you
that's
so much
all for
for
today.
yeah, thank you
Thank you
so
so
much
much.
for having me here.
Yes, thank you.
Bye. Have a good day.
Okay.
Bye guys.
Bye bye.
Um,
Thank you.
please join our Discord server and follow us on Twitter. I promise there will be more exciting things happening in the future, so you don't wanna miss out. And Goldensberg, could you also send like a link to our Discord channel in the chat?
What link?
Yes,
Can you
the
tell me
link.
about that?
The link
Yes,
for our Discord
Oh, okay.
community.
All right. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys.
thank you. Appreciate you here. Bye bye.
Bye.
ฮัลโหลฮัลโหลได้ยินยังคะ
ได้ยินครับ
อ้าวเมื่อก่อนหน้านี้ไม่ ก่อนหน้านี้ไม่ได้ยิน คือแบบเพิ่งปรับตัวไมค์ค่ะ โอเค แล้วยังไงเราต้องสรุปภาษาไทยไหมคะ
ใช่ เพราะว่าเราพูดไว้อย่างนั้น Okay, guys. The next part will be in Thai, so I'm just gonna summarize all the things happening in the first part. Okay. คุณมิกะก็คือเดี๋ยวเราจะต้องมาช่วยกันสรุปเป็นไทยหน่อย
ได้ค่ะ คุณสรุปไปแหละ
โอเค คือเริ่มมา
ก็
ใช่ไหม
สรุปสั้นๆก็ได้ค่ะ แล้วก็ที่เราเพิ่งมีที่เมื่อกี้เราเพิ่งประกาศว่ามีลิงก์ทรีอะไรเงี้ย คือแต่ละคนยังไม่ค่อยเข้าใจว่าคืออะไรค่ะ
ได้ก็คือเอาเริ่มแรกเลยนะก็คือรอยเนี่ยเขาเกิดที่ประเทศจีนใช่ไหมแล้วเขาก็มาเรียนต่อที่สหรัฐอเมริกาที่UC Berkeley จากนั้นเอ่อแล้วเขาก็เหมือนสร้างเขาเรียกว่าไงแอปพลิเคชัน D-Live ที่มันเป็นแพลตฟอร์มไลฟ์สตรีมมิงอะไรแบบเนี้ยแล้ว
ค่ะ
ก็
เขาคือคนสร้างเล
แป๊บหนึ่งนะ
ยใช่ไหมคะคนริเริ่มเลย
เออคิดว่านะเหมือนแบบเป็นผู้ร่วมก่อตั้งกันกับอีกหลายๆคนอะไรประมาณเนี้ย
อืม
แล้วเสร็จปุ๊บก็เหมือนตอนปี2019นี่แหละเกิด bear market ใช่ไหมแล้วก็อันนี้อย่างที่เขาเล่ามานะแล้วก็ต้องขายบริษัททิ้งไปแล้วเขาก็ได้มาเริ่มกับอันใหม่ที่ชื่อว่า CyberConnect
ค่ะ
ก็คือเขารู้จุดอ่อนแล้วว่าทำไมถึงพลาดเขาก็เลยจะต้อง raise fund ก็คือถึงแม้ว่ารอบแรกเนี่ยเขาจะ raise ไปแล้วได้แบบ$10,000,000อย่างเงี้ยคือเขาก็ raise อีกรอบหนึ่งเป็นรอบ Series A ก็อีก$15,000,000
ค่ะ
เพื่อที่ว่าจะให้มั่นใจแน่นอนว่ามันจะไม่มีอะไรผิดพลาดว่าจะจ่ายได้ทุกอย่างเขาก็เลยที่จะต้องทำแบบนั้นเนาะ
ค่ะ
แล้วส่วนต่อไปที่ผมถามก็คือเอ่อเรื่อง CyberConnect ใช่ไหมว่าCyberConnect คืออะไรพวกเนี้ยคือหลายๆคนน่ะอาจจะเข้าใจผิดว่า CyberConnect เนี่ยเป็นพวกSocial Media คล้ายๆพวก Twitter พวกเฟซบุ๊กอะไรแบบเนี้ยแต่จริงๆแล้วไม่ใช่CyberConnect มันจะเป็นเหมือนเป็น Infrastructure มากกว่าเป็นแบบเป็นโครงสร้างพื้นฐานเนาะที่
ค่ะ
เอาไว้ให้แบบพวกแดปพวกเนี้ยเข้ามาสร้างบนตัวของ CyberConnect อีกทีหนึ่ง เป็นเป็นเป็น Social Graph Protocol พวกเนี้ย
ค่ะ
แล้วอ่าแล้วทีนี้เนี่ยคือเรื่องพวกข้อมูลพวก data อะไรพวกเนี้ยมันก็สำคัญมากเลยใช่ไหมในโลกของCryptocurrency เนี่ย
ใช่ค่ะ
CyberConnect เขาก็เลยที่ต้องการที่จะต้องการสร้างอะไรที่มันเป็นเหมือนเป็น backbone เหมือนเป็นกระดูกสันหลังให้กับสิ่งนี้เลยเพราะว่ามันมันเป็นมันเป็นเขาเรียกว่าไงอะเริ่มต้นเรียกว่าไงวะเป็นแบบยังไม่ค่อยมีใครมาเริ่มอะไรด้านนี้เท่าไรเขาอยากจะเป็น pioneer ในด้าน
Pioneer
นี้
ค่ะ
อาใช่ๆคือถ้าพูดถึง CyberConnect อะไรพวกนี้เนี่ย คือเขาก็จะเอ่ให้การควบคุมพวกข้อมูลต่างๆให้เราได้ควบคุมไม่ใช่ว่าแบบว่าอย่างเฟซบุ๊กหรืออะไรพวกเนี้ยที่ดูดข้อมูลเราเอาไปหมดเลยแล้วก็เอาไปหากินจากทางนี้เอาข้อมูลเราไปหากินเอาไปแบบลงโฆษณาเอาไปทำนู่นทำนี่เอาไปขายต่ออะไรพวกเนี้ยแต่ว่า
ค่ะ
ทาง CyberConnect เขาจะมีแบบมีออปชันให้เราเลือกว่าเราจะให้ข้อมูลในส่วนไหนแก่ทางบริษัทไหนได้บ้างแก่ทางใครได้บ้างอะไรแบบนี้เนาะ
ค่ะ
แล้วเขาก็อธิบายว่าอะไรเนี่ยอะไรคือ Social Graph ใช่ไหม Social Graph มันก็เหมือนเป็นดอตเหมือนเป็นแบบเหมือนเป็นใยแมงมุมนะถ้าเอาตาม
อื
เท่าที่ผม
ม
อธิบายนะ
ค่ะ
ก็คือ
ยิ่
เอ่
งคน
อ
ใกล้ชิดกันเหมือนกับว่ามีคอนเน็กชันกันมันก็จะโยงกันมากขึ้นเนาะ
อาใช่ๆๆใช่เลยครับคือแล้วมันไม่ใช่มีแค่ Social Graph ที่เขาอธิบายมาคือเขาพูดถึง Interest Graph ด้วยมันจะ based on ไอ้ตัวที่คอนเทนต์ที่เราแบบสมมุติว่าเราไปกดไลก์หรือว่าเราไปกดหรือเราไปดูนานๆแบบเนี้ย
ค่ะ
มันก็จะเอาตรงนี้มาให้เขาก็ยกตัวอย่างเป็น TikTok เนาะคือ TikTok เนี่ยมันก็แบบคือเราทรายเข้ามาครั้งแรกอะมันไม่รู้หรอกว่าเราชอบอะไรอะมันแค่เอาคอนเทนต์ generate มาให้เรามาเรื่อยๆจนเราแบบสมมุติถ้าเราไม่ชอบเราก็เลื่อนไปถ้าเราชอบเราก็ดูนานบวกกับกดไลก์อะไรพวกนี้เนาะแต่เอาตามตรงนะผมก็ไม่เคยเล่นเหมือนกันผมก็ไม่เคยเล่นจริง
ค่ะ
จังเหมือนกัน
ค่ะ
อันนี้ก็คือแบบน่าสนใจมากๆเลย
อืมค่ะ
ใช่แล้วอีกอย่างหนึ่งคือถ้าแบบพวกเขาเรียกว่าไงพวกแดปไหนที่ใช้เอ่infra ของ CyberConnect เนี่ย
ค่ะ
คือพวกปุ่มพวกเขาเรียกว่าไงพวกการติดตามพวกผู้ติดตามอะไรพวกเนี้ยคือเราไม่ต้องไปติดตามใหม่เลย คื
อ๋อ
อมันจะมีมาให้เลยข้อมูลเราจะอยู่ตรงนั้นเลย
อ๋อคือเหมือนกับ
อย่าง
ตัว
ของ
integrate มาให้หมดเลยทีเดียว
ใช่ใช่ครับอย่างของProject Galaxy พวกเนี้ย
ค่ะ
คือถ้าเราไปดูตรง Galaxy ID เนี่ยเราก็จะเจอ following แล้วก็ follower ใช่ไหม
ใช
คือมันก็
่
มีมาให้เลยถ้าเราไปที่ไลก์แบบเนี้ยมันก็มีมาให้เลย
ใช่ใช่
แบบ
ค่ะ
มันก็ดีอย่างเงี้ย
เราไม่ต้องไปเนาะกด follow ทุกแพลตฟอร์ม
ใช่ใช่ครับใช่ครับโอเคแล้วต่อไปเนาะเราจะพูดถึง link tree นะ
โอเค
link tree
ค่ะ
เอ่ออันเนี้ยเนี่ยมันจะเป็นตัวมันคล้ายๆ link tree เลย link tree ก็คืออย่างที่เราคุ้นๆกันก็คือมันจะเป็นเว็บไซต์หนึ่งที่รวมลิงก์ต่างๆของ Official ของพรอเจกต์นั้นๆเอาไว้เนาะแต่
ใช่
อันนี้มันจะเป็น link tree แทน link 3
อืม
คือเขาตั้งชื่อแบบโอ้โฮน่าสนใจมากเพราะแม่งคล้ายกันมาก
มา
ก็คือมัน
พูดกัน
มันไม่ได้แค่รวมลิงก์อย่างเดียวอะมันสามารถเอาไปโชว์ได้ด้วยว่าเอ่อพรอเจกต์นี้ทำอะไรมาบ้างสามารถเอาพวกอะไร Medium article เอาไว้โชว์ตรงนั้นได้หรือว่าพวก Mirror อะไรพวกเนี้ย
ค่ะ
เอาไปแสดงในหน้านั้นเลยพร้อมกับพวกมีลิงก์ Official ให้
ค่ะ
พอมันเป็นอย่างงี้ปุ๊บมันก็จะแอดวานซ์ไปอีกมากกว่า Link Tree ที่เราเห็นกันมันสามารถประกาศได้มันสามารถเขาเรียกว่าพูดในอนาคตนะแบบอาจจะเขาเรียกว่าไงเป็นเหมือนสถานที่ที่เอาไว้พูดคุยกับ Community Member พวกเนี้ย
อื
ผ่าน
ม
ทางตรงนั้นได้เลย
ค่ะเมื่อกี้ก็เห็นแวบๆเหมือนกันที่คุณหลุบช่วยแปะแล้วก็จะเห็นนะคะว่าสมมุติว่าอย่างแปะ SnakeDAO ปุ๊บเราก็จะเห็นเลยว่าในทีมมีใครบ้างอย่างงี้ใช่ไหมคะ
ใช่ๆๆโคตรดีเลย
ค่ะ
เอ่อมีอะไรมีอะไรอีกไหมนะคุณมิกะ
เมื่อกี้เห็นมีหลายคนแต่ไม่แน่ใจว่าได้ถามหรือเปล่าพอดีเมื่อกี้มิกะเปิดไมค์ไม่ได้เนาะที่บอกว่าแบบแล้ว SyberConnect เขาจะจัดการกับพวกCyber Attack ยังไงเมื่อกี้อาจจะข้ามข้อนี้ไปเปล่าคะ
อ๋อเออใช่ๆๆใช่เนาะ
ไม่ได้ต
ใช่
อบ
เขาอาจจะตรงนี้ไปแต่ว่าสมมุติถ้ามีอะไรอยากถามก็อาจจะต้องไปเข้าแบบDiscord ของ CyberConnect เนาะแล้วก็เข้าไปถามได้
ค่ะก็ไม่เป็นไรก็คิดว่าวันนี้หลายๆคนเนาะก็ได้ฟังไปแล้วแหละมิกะก็ว่าหลายคนก็นะได้แบบฟังภาษาอังกฤษไปแล้วนะคะแต่ว่าสำหรับใครที่เมื่อกี้ไม่ได้ฟังภาษาอังกฤษเนาะก็เนี่ยก็คุณลูกก็อธิบายคร่าวๆให้ฟังนะคะแล้วก็ยังไงเดี๋ยวเราก็คงจะมีจอย Discord ของเขาเรื่อยๆนะและอนาคตถ้ามีอัปเดตอะไรยังไงเดี๋ยวSnakeDAO ก็จะเชิญมา AMA อีกรอบละกันนะคะ
อาใช่ครับใช่ครับแล้วก็มีอีกเรื่องหนึ่งที่ผมถามไปเนาะก็คือเรื่อง Competitor ใช่ไหมพวกแบบ
คู่แข่ง
พวก Social Graph Protocol ตัวอื่นๆพวกเนี้ย
ค่ะ
คือเขาก็ยกมาเลยว่าเอาจริงๆแล้วคือมันไม่ได้เป็น competitor ขนาดนั้นคือเขาไม่ค่อยได้มองอย่างนั้นเท่าไรคือ
ค่ะ
เขามองเหมือนว่าเป็น same vision พวกเนี้ยเป็นแบบsimilar vision ก็คือแบบจุดมุ่งหมายคล้ายๆกัน
อืมๆเหมือนอา
ก็คือเป็น
รมณ์คู่ขนานกันน่ะ
ใช่ใช่ครับใช่ครับแล้วทีเนี้ยแล้วเขาก็พูดถึงเลนส์ที่เราอาจจะแบบเขาเรียกว่าไงรู้จักกันใช่ไหม
อ๋อ
ที่
ค่ะ
ที่เราไปทำกันน่ะ
ค่ะ
คือเขาก็อธิบายมาเลยว่าคือทาง CyberConnect กับ Lens พวกเนี้ยก็อารมณ์คล้ายๆการทำในสิ่งที่เหมือนๆกันแต่ว่าทางของ Lens เนี่ยคือเขาก็จะไปโฟกัสที่ตรง Polygon Chain ใช่ไหมเป็นตรง EVM compatible อะไรพวกเนี้ย
ค่ะ
แล้วถ้าผมที่จะแอดนะก็คือ Lens เนี่ยมันถ้าไม่ผิดนะถ้าผิดยังไงทักท้วงได้ก็คือเขาเก็บข้อมูลในตัว NFT มั้งอันนี้ผมก็ไม่แน่ใจเหมือนกันนะ เพราะว่า
ค่ะ
สมมุติว่าเวลาเราจะทำอะไรแบบเนี้ยมันจะเป็นตัว NFT ออกมาให้เรา
ใช่ค่ะ
อา
ก็
ใช่ๆอะไรประมาณนี้เนาะคืออะไรพวกเนี้ยคือบางทีผมก็จำไม่ได้แล้วบางทีผมก็อาจจะลืมๆแล้วแต่ว่าก็กด record ไว้อยู่เนาะก็เดี๋ยวจะทำเป็นเอาไปทำเป็นเสียงให้ในยูทูบ SnakeDAO ใช่ไหมครับ
ค่ะ
คุณ Mika?
ค่ะใช่ค่ะเดี๋ยวจะไปอัปโหลดให้ใครฟังวันนี้ไม่ทันนะคะหรือมาช้ามาสายนะคะก็สามารถกลับไปฟังได้ค่ะ
โอเคครับน่าจะแค่นี้เนาะ
ค่ะโอเคเนาะก็เราก็ได้เวลานะคะหลายคนก็บอกว่าดึกแล้วนี่เลยเที่ยงคืนมาแล้วนะคะแต่ว่าเราก็ยังอยู่ในเวลาประมาณชั่วโมงหนึ่งเนาะอาค่ะ ก็คิดว่าครบถ้วนค่ะก็วันนี้ก็ขอขอบคุณนะคะก็คุณลอยนะเมื่อกี้พูดไปแล้วเนาะแล้วก็ขอขอบคุณคุณลูปด้วยนะคะ Golden Sperm ของเรานะคะก็ตบมือเย้นะคะก็ขออภัยนะเมื่อกี้ช่วงภาษาอังกฤษมิกะไม่สามารถเปิดไมค์ได้นะคะพอดีคอมใหม่ยังไม่ค่อยคุ้นเคยนะคะก็เลยไม่มีคนช่วยถามเลยนะคะก็พยายามพิมพ์บอกนะโอเคเนาะก็ยังไงเดี๋ยวเราก็จะกลับมาเจอกันใหม่นะคะเดี๋ยวดูอีกทีนะว่าวัน อาทิตย์หน้านะคะก็ว่าจะมีจัดอะไรกันนะคะเดี๋ยวจะประกาศอีกทีก็รอฟังข่าวแล้วกันนะคะก็วันนี้ก็ขอขอบคุณนะคะขอบคุณทุกคนที่เข้ามาฟังค่ะค่ะก็ขอบคุณคุณหนุ่มด้วยนะคะ
ครับสวัสดีครับสวัสดีทุกคน
ค่ะ
ครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีทุกคนค่ะ Good night สวัสดีค่ะ
bye
Bye bye. Bye everyone. Thank you guys. Thank you for attending and then see you next time. Bye bye.